Welcome. I'm going to show you how to use a weekly meal planner, a digital file that's going to help you save a lot of time every week. If you're using on Google Sheets, the first time that you open the URL, you are going to land into this screen so you can make a copy and get that saved into your Google Drive. If you're using the Excel, you can just open the file. The functionality between Google Sheets and Excel is exactly the same, but the fonts are a little bit different. In the instructions tab, you are going to have a box where you're going to put the measurement units that you want used for the ingredients. This is very important to tell you on the grocery list how much you need of each ingredient. I have a few already pre-filled in here that I have used, but feel free to edit, delete, add any that you need. The important thing though is only add up to the end of this box. If you need more units than what are in here, please reach out to me on the email listed out above, and I am happy to help you get this set up. On the meals tab, you are going to put your meals, and there are different columns that you need to pay attention to. Each meal should have on column A the exact same name. So in here I already have 3 pre-populated so you can see, and I put borders at the bottom of each one so you can easily identify where the ingredients start and end for each meal. The borders are totally optional. The quantity, please do not use a fraction. So if you want to say half a cup instead of 1/2, do 0.5. And there's also a note on the top here. And if you try to do a half, you're going to get a warning because it doesn't work. In order for the grocery list to calculate the total amount that you need, this has to be a decimal number instead of a fraction. The measurement unit, you can leave it blank. For example, in here for bagels, it's 5 units that I need. So it didn't make sense to me to put unit as a measurement unit. I just leave that blank. And the options that show up in here pre-populate from the instructions tab. So if I were to go in here, new unit, you're going to see at the very bottom here the new unit that was added. The ingredient is not case sensitive, but you do want to keep it consistent. For example, I have shredded mozzarella in a couple times in here, and I have shredded cheddar. If I had a different recipe that only had cheddar, shredded cheddar will be considered an ingredient and cheddar will be considered a different ingredient. The category column is super helpful if you know your grocery store. I don't like to be walking left and right at the grocery store and coming back to aisles that I already went through. So I like to use this to map out everything that I need in each aisle. Again, this does require you knowing your grocery store, but that's totally optional. You can leave the category blank if you want. And then the meal planner tab. This is where you're going to select your meals. You can select up to 6 meals for each day. I have them as generic meal 1 through 6, but you can put breakfast, lunch and dinner, or whatever it is that you want to put. And then when you select in here, the drop down is going to pull the meals that you have from the meals tab. So in here, I'm just going to pick something for lunch and something for dinner so I can show you what the grocery list looks like. So the grocery list is going to pre-populate based on the quantities and the meals that you have logged in here and selected in here. Here is one thing that is slightly different between the Excel and the Google Sheets. In Google Sheets, you just click on the checkbox and it will check off an ingredient. The bar up here will get updated, the number will get updated. The Excel list, on the other hand, does not have checkboxes, but it does have a drop down for you to select and mark them as checked. So it's an extra click in Excel than it is in Google Sheets. You can still filter everything here by whatever it is that you need that has not changed in the category. So let's say you only want to see what's on the baking aisle, you select baking, it will show. The counter does not look at the filter view. The counter looks at the total of ingredients. So in here, I have 3 ingredients in the baking aisle. I check all 3 of them. Here still saying there are 10 ingredients missing. So if I go back in here and I select them, I can see the ones that are missing. And if you only want to see the ones that are missing, you can use the filter on the checkbox. And here are the ones that have not been checked yet. Once you have everything purchased and you want to clear the boxes that are checked, you can come in here and delete them. Or you can use this button. On Google Sheets, there is a script. The first time that you click on it is going to show up a pop-up asking you to copy the script into your Google account. Once you have done that, you can just click on it and this box will show up saying running script, finished script, and the checkboxes will be unchecked. Now, if you run into any issues at any time while you're using the weekly meal planner, please reach out to me. The email again is on the instructions tab. If you click it in here, it will directly populate an email so you can type in whatever it is that you need help with and send it over.